What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Brian at GameSense. Today, this is the final part, number 3, for the Crimson Deserts Features Overview. This is the life in Pywel. So, let's just get right into it.
Welcome to the last Crimson Desert Features overview video. Pywel isn't just a continent of battles and exploration. It's a world where many of the smaller moments also shape your journey and make up your day-to-day life. In our final video of this feature series, we'll be taking a broader look at life in Pywel. Your journey will be anchored by the Greymane Camp, a stretch of land in Hernan that serves as the faction's new base after Payloon is lost to the Black Bears.
Grab 'em! Sign them all!
Its beginnings may be humble, but over time, you'll be able to expand the camp with funds and resources that you acquire on your travels. With these upgrades, the camp will become more than just a place to rest. Here, you can prepare for the journeys ahead. Prepare meals at camp that will keep up your health,
It's about time you got hungry.
or purchase provisions from the camp vendor. You can also go a step further and produce the resources needed for cooking and crafting yourself by working the camp's ranch and farm, a helpful option when resources are in short supply.
So this is all now, eh?
The camp is also the foothold for rebuilding the Greymane faction, and building it is the starting point in the journey to reclaiming the Greymane's lost homeland of Payloon. The comrades you reunite with along your journey will come here to regroup, while others will hear news of the camp and arrive of their own accord. These Greymanes can take on several roles. They can be dispatched to locations across Pywel where missions can be found. Having your comrades complete these missions will grant you with currency and resources such as wood and ore and materials required for cooking and alchemy. Greymanes can also be dispatched to blockaded locations and help to whittle down enemy ranks even while you're in other parts of Pywel.
You know, I've said this before that this game reminds me of Witcher 3. This game looks like Witcher 3 with like the base camp elements of like Red Dead Redemption 2. But this part right here is very, what was it, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood that had this, but also Shadow of War. So that's pretty good company to be in. And for it to have all of this in one game is actually pretty cool. I really, really hope they don't screw this up.
Your journey will inevitably take you to the villages, towns, and cities of Pywel's various regions. Here, shops and vendors offer everything from daily provisions to a range of equipment and materials. A blacksmith can forge a new weapon to replace the one you've carried since Hernan, while a tailor ensures you're properly outfitted for the journeys ahead.
Oh, your wardrobe tells your story.
But commerce is only one part of life.
I'll do the same for you someday. This is for you. Good health to you. My words of praise must seem shallow.
Who would have thought
There are
that would be
residents
so
here
young?
who are in need of someone to hear their
Sharing
requests.
a jolt with me.
Some may need protection from bandits.
Scout in the area.
Others may ask you to deliver goods. Or help track down a missing person. These stories unfold alongside the region's larger tales, offering a glimpse into the everyday lives of those who live in Pywel. Spend a little time in these locations and soak in the atmosphere. Meet residents, both good and bad. Catch whispers of rumors from the locals, or engage in lighter diversions along the way.
Terrible manners.
Okay, so we have a fight club that is in the game. I've heard about that, and we have gambling. I'm pretty sure both of them have been in like Witcher games or Assassin's Creed games. Plus, I heard the combat is a lot more complex in this game, which, after what we saw happen with Kingdom Come in that series, like the gameplay can be a little bit more complex, and still, or the controls can differentiate and still work really well. But from what I'm seeing, like it looks good. Looked like he was checking like a bounty board or something, so that would give us a little task to do. The farm thing, like, not only I mean, a lot of games have, oh hey, this is your safe house, this is your area, you upgrade it. But this game, you could actually like pick your own corn, like bring your own pig to wherever, like do your own chores there, like speed up the process, I guess. That's definitely unique. And when it came to Fallout 4, when they did stuff like this, I got really heavy into that stuff, especially my second time through. Not only because later on it became exploitative to where you could like duplicate stuff, but if you create a farmhouse and it gets raided, well, you get to keep all the stuff they drop now. I don't know if this game is the type of game that where you kill an enemy, you get to take everything they have, similar to like Witcher, because some games they'll send people to attack you and then you kill them, and they might drop all their items. They might drop nothing, which makes sense because they're wearing armor and they have a sword. So I'm hoping this is the Witcher type gameplay we get, where basically everything they have on them we're able to take off, like once they're dead. Especially if your place is able to get raided, because I'm assuming if we could raid or send our fellow soldiers to go raid and weaken these other castles and stuff, I'm sure they'll probably be able to do that for us as well.
Just be mindful of the law. Harmful actions can turn residents and guards hostile, making travel more difficult as you're forced to fight your way through, pay fines, or even serve time in jail. Beyond the towns and cities, you'll also encounter people and come upon locations that draw you into new adventures. Like a town hidden away, home to some unusual residents.
I don't think. Let's move them.
Or locations that, whether through mechanical or mystical means, require fixing. So take in life apart from the battles and wilderness of Pywel and explore its towns, cities, and beyond. They can provide resources, new stories, or even just moments of levity in your journey.
if there's a chance to pet a dog or a kitty cat, I'm always going to take the chance to pet a dog or a kitty cat. And it was pretty cool though that he could chop down like the tree for like resources and stuff. You don't see that in a lot of games. Yeah, you'll see like Skyrim have like mining ore and stuff, but this game you could actually chop down the tree. That's pretty cool.
Cooking will be one of your essential activities. Food can replenish or temporarily strengthen your health, spirit, and stamina, giving you the edge in exploration or battle. Along your travels, you'll find bonfires and cooking recipes that allow you to prepare hearty meals. Fishing and hunting will provide the ingredients these recipes require. While items like flowers and insects can be used in alchemy to brew medicines that enhance your combat capabilities. Other activities, like mining and gathering, will also yield materials for crafting and upgrading your equipment. You can also craft more advanced and specialized tools with valuable resources you uncover on your journey. Shaping your daily life in Pywel also extends to customizing your character. At camp, you can adjust hairstyles and tattoos, as well as your outfits using dyes. A wide variety of dyes can be discovered throughout the world or brewed through alchemy, so experiment with the different color combinations available. That wraps up the Crimson Desert Features Overview series. We've explored Pywel and its stories and characters, the combat and progression, and the activities that make up life in Crimson Desert. We hope that this series has given you a better understanding of the game. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Pywel.
Okay. So we saw at the very end there horseback riding, arm wrestling, shooting competitions. If there's shooting competitions, some of those in the back kind of look like archery ones. I know they were shooting at them with pistols, so I'm sure there's probably an archery one. A lot of content. Really hope they do well with it. And I gotta admit, normally I'm the kind of guy that just buys the regular version of the game. But this game I might actually get the deluxe edition just because, I don't know, the armor looks pretty cool. Even if it's not great, if they have some way in the game that you could like level up items to like max level or something, those would look pretty cool. Or maybe find max level versions of them. It's weird though that the deluxe edition is $10 more than the regular version. That's normal. But the disc version of the deluxe edition is an additional $10 because it comes with like an art book and stamps and I think a little booklet and stuff like that. Not gonna lie, I might actually end up getting that version. And with the homestead, you could send your guys to weekend bases. You could also send your guys to like different areas to discover them. Then you could fast travel there. Just so much you could do with the gambling, the shooting, the horseback riding. His cloak turned into grass to help him blend in when he was hunting. That's pretty awesome. That's like some solid snake stuff. Um, that's that's pretty cool. This might actually be a game that I mean, I'm gonna spend $70 on the game anyway. Might spend the extra 20 just to get the art book and the stamps and get the physical version of the deluxe pack. Plus, in all of these videos, they haven't even mentioned the online aspect that they're going to be bringing to the game. Um, they said it's going to be GTA Online-ish, which I don't know how I feel about that. Like, maybe they have like a world similar to the story world, where like you want to have what is it? You want to have your like house, and then you want to build it, and then you want to create your farm, stuff like that, and then maybe you travel somewhere else and then do the like missions there. Because I don't know, it just seems like I don't want it to be too much like um, what was it? Black Crimson Online, or what was it called? The game before this, because that game was received mostly positively, but on like the lower scale. This game, a lot of people are so optimistic that they're now getting skeptical of their optimism. Like, is this game truly as good and great and phenomenal as the game looks? It looks great. The customization looks great. The graphics and the water and the grass. If the story is good, the armors look great. So many people are now like excited for this game and saying, yeah, it could be the game of the year. This could be it. And they're being precautious now because they're too excited. And when you get too excited, you tend to get let down. Like, I remember when people were super excited for Anthem. You were basically supposed to be, when it was touted as, hey, you get to control your own Iron Man. And it flopped. And there's other flops, but that's the one that really comes to mind. Because people were super excited for it, you know? And they're just kind of like, just didn't live up to the hype. And it's completely dead now. You buy that game now, I don't even think you can get online with it. I think they killed the online. It's just sad, you know? And I'm truly hoping this game doesn't do that, because I really want this game to be like the next Witcher. Or the next Dragon Age. Or the next something. And it looks like it has the chance to do it. I just hope I'm just not getting too excited and then it turned out to be a 7 out of 10 game. But honestly, even if the story's not great, take the Borderlands franchise. The story in 3 and 4 weren't good. They were actually kind of bad. Matter of fact, if what rumors are true about 4, we don't even know the full story of 4 yet, and won't know it until like all the DLC is out. So we don't even know if that story's good or not, because it's not complete. Just really hope this game is good. But if it is, it could be the next game that I put like 100, 200, 300 hours into. because the only games that I put them hours into, I don't even put them hours into Battlefield anymore. Is basically Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3, Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption. There's a few others, but Battlefield 3. There's not a lot of games that you can say, hey, I can go in there and put 100 to 500 hours in. I have an 80% save because my 100% corrupted for Witcher 3. Even it has like 550 hours on it. My 100% save is probably close to 700 hours. I don't know if this game has that content. Now, granted, that game also had New Game Plus, and also went New Game, DLC, New Game Plus, then the DLC again. Now, they did confirm this game is not going to have a store. It's not going to have a cosmetic store. It's not going to have any kind of store to it in terms of like microtransactions. That sold me hard. It sold me so hard. I'm like, but also think about Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 said the exact same thing. Now they have a store. Now they have a battle pass. Now they're on season 2. And now you're going to have to buy a season 2 battle pass if you want all that extra stuff. So I guess it really matters in the end. Yeah, might not have one at launch, but will it have one in 3 months? Will it have one in 6 months? Because you got to figure, they created all of this stuff. How much more do they have on the back burner? Now, what they could do is do what The Witcher 3 and Skyrim did. Do free updates and release it. Just put it into the world. Don't even give it to you. Just do a quest or something you gotta do to unlock it. And have it tied to your level. Have it higher than your level. But, anyway. There's just so much to like about this game. It's literally like a combination of Witcher 3, Red Dead 2, maybe a little Fallout, maybe Shadow of War, stuff like that. Like, some of the last games that I've put hundreds of hours into. And I've watched a bunch of videos even today. So many people are like, hey, there's new updates. The only negative thing people said today, and I watched a bunch of videos on it, there's no longer difficulty settings. That was removed from the PlayStation Store. So apparently there might have used to be like an easy, normal, hard, stuff like that. Now apparently one difficulty. But honestly, consider if the game's balanced and considering everything in the world, everything in the world is basically in its predetermined slot, that shouldn't be a problem, because once you get your camp going and you send your people to everywhere on the world, and then you could fast travel to them locations, like if they can unlock them for you, is the way I understand it. You can, dude, you're fine. Just fast travel there, collect some new skills, some new health increases, learn the game, get better at the game. People loved Elden Ring. They didn't have a difficulty. But this is the game that's so good that it's actually scary. Like, isn't that crazy? Let me move myself over here so that way you can see the release date. That's crazy. I've seen hype for games before and I've been let down. And the fact that people are even warning, they're like, hey, I don't know this game's going to live up to the hype, but it's like, there's nothing negative said about this game. And that's also a little concerning because last time we saw that was really the people who got paid off by Dragon Age Belgard. They gave that game away for free on PlayStation Plus like 2 months later. I didn't download it back when I had Plus. My wife didn't download it. The game was free. It's on sale all the time for like $17 at Target. Still ain't bought it. This is the one game that if you're not 100% sure on and you don't care about the digital deluxe editions or there's still the disc version's gonna come in a steel book for like day one. You don't care about that stuff and you don't care about this and you'll be like, hey, I'll find this DLC stuff in the game. Wait for reviews. Man, Walmart will have a day one edition because they'll order so many if the game's that hyped. They'll have this thing like 6 months later, and it still might be the day one edition. But anywho, this is Brian at GameSense. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I've recently received some comments on other videos about things that I could do better. If y'all have any tips for that, would you like the camera closer to me, further away from me? Would you like it smaller in a different corner? I typically have it in the top left and moved it to the top right for the end of this video because the release date is there. Do you prefer that location because that's what other YouTubers are doing? I don't mind taking constructive criticism at all. I mean, I did construction for over a decade. It's getting better and it's kind of what I'm good at. I'm not incredibly tech savvy, but I'm pretty good at learning stuff. But anyway, hope y'all have a good night, and this should be out, I'm thinking Thursday. So, y'all take it easy.